Hi all, welcome to this Team of the Week 2 market review, basically covering all the informs that are featured for Team of the Week 2. I'm going to do it slightly different this year, just kind of do it from the Team of the Week squad to make it a little bit easier. Hopefully you find this useful. As always, folks, didn't get Team of the Week 1 obviously due to different factors, but if you can special links be awesome, sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GZLegend, all the links are down below for the playlist and channel and social media links as always. So what we'll do is obviously go over everything, but we'll aim to get this up Wednesday night, Thursday morning rather than a Friday. But checks going for around 17k, 14, 15k is realistically what the most you want to be paying for this card. I've been trying to snipe them, I've missed a few, but I've been absolutely, my sniping so far this year has been pretty shoddy. Munir's going for around 55, 60k. Personally, I've even seen a few when you get on bid, they're going at like 40, 45, but realistically your most white page now is around that 45, 50k mark. My tip, 20k max, nothing more. He will go a little bit cheaper, I think, as the weekend goes. If informs for EPL are not needed and it's just a general blanket informs for, say, player of the month, then his price should drop a little bit more because people will have invested in him and it should drop a little bit more. Hernandez is around 90k at the moment. I'd be aiming, say, 70k. There will be folks that really want the card, but there's a lot of hype on him. Anderson Talisca's 35k. I'd be aiming nearer that 30k mark. I think he might drop even a little bit more, but he is. What goes against him is that league. Because he's in the Chinese league, people will be like, despite the amount of Brazilians that are in the league, they'll try and look elsewhere to play. Lucas is 20k. I'd be aiming a lot less. I think he could genuinely go to 15k. If you're patient enough for sniping, you could get him. Gundogan's 80. I've seen 75 at a low point earlier. Trying him for 65, 70k. I've seen people suggest 80k is the low point. Bertrand Traore is a discard, 10.5, 11k. In all honesty, it's worth the investment. An 82 in form, even if you just have one, if you've got one in the club to keep and one sitting on your transfer list, your 21k investment will eventually probably get that. You'll probably double your money eventually. Ibisevic is discard as well. Same rules apply. Any of these like 81, 82, especially to start at FIFA, they're just worth having in your club. I'm always with the mentality, buy one, just keep it in the club and just work it from there. But yeah, there's 75k. My hope is that he can hit 60. I'm really hoping he can. I think it's going to be hard because he's going to be popular for Weekend League. But time will tell, of course. Squad battles might help a little bit with it, so be wary. Insigne is 175k. You need him a bit less. You need him sub 150. And especially at Cam is where I would play him. Now, a lot of the other informs from this week, guys are going for discard. Guys like Zealer, Nakajima, Shulamani, Wesley, DePaul. Guys like Lala, for example, he's like 10.5k. I've seen him drop to 10 on occasion, and the odd one I've missed. He's worth buying because he's French league, he's a French right back, and he will slot in quite nicely. He, out of, say, these 81 and the discard pile that are like on the subs bench and the reserves, he's the one I would be going all out for to try and target. Now Wesley is another one that people will be looking at because he's Brazilian. People will think player of the month and all that kind of aspect. He's hit discard a few times, so he went down to 10k. He's back up to 11.5k. If you'd even just bought him at 10, and decided, I'll sell him at 11.5. If you went crazy on him, if you went like say 100k, yes, you've made only maybe say like 10k profit, but it's still profit regardless. It all just would help. But obviously, if a Brazilian inform was needed, you'd suddenly be going through. It would suddenly go through the roof. Guys like Finlay, these cards they go for like 9,000. Like the cheapest one I've seen is 9.3. I have seen a 9.3 up many a time, just getting listed and not actually. People will buy it, but it's not worth the hassle buying. Simpson is the only other one I'm really looking at because silver informs I always like buying. I try and buy them as cheap as I can. Wait weeks and weeks and weeks, and eventually when people aren't really interested in them, their prices are like, when there's only a handful in the market, I always buy one for the club, one is an investment, and the other one I just literally sell when I need it. So that spare one will just sell, and like he's between 10 and 15k just now for what I've seen on consoles. But if you can nab him for like 10k, you're laughing. And he looks not too bad. 84 pace, 72 shot, 75 dribble, 74 physical. But all in all, the ones I'm looking at from Team of the Week 2 is Lala, Simpson, and then all the 81s and 82. Just buy them to store them up for investments. But hopefully you find this useful, folks. Let me know in the comments down below what you've been doing. Smash the like as always, sub to channel if you're new, and I'll catch you all later.